I want to remind to all Americans that after an attack we should target people based on evidence, not on their faith or their country of origin or on their accent.
I'm Tarek Zahawi. I'm a staff photographer with the Record newspaper covering the breaking news. John Naisel called me earlier this morning, told me to get to Elizabeth for this ongoing investigation with the bombing.
So I came to the store around 6:45, and that time this guy was sitting outside. It wasn't raining, so he was sitting. There's a bench outside, so he was just sitting in the bench, and his face was like covered with hoodie, like he's sleeping, sitting and sleeping, So I thought maybe somebody, I didn't bother to look at him.
Yeah, when I went there and talked to him at 9 o'clock, and I realized that this is a person that I just watched on the TV, Yeah, I tried to wake him up because he was leaning towards the glass door which was cracked, and I was worried that he might get hurt. So I just went there and told him that, buddy, you might get hurt, and he moved. He said, okay, sorry, I'll move to the other side. And from the left side, he just moved to the right side of the vestibule area, No, he seemed a little exhausted and fatigued, He didn't said anything to me. He just said, sorry, okay, I'll move to the other side. That's it.
No, around 9 o'clock in the morning, I went in front of my bar, and he was leaning towards the door, and, oh, I'm sorry, I'll move to the other side. So he was on the left side, and he just removed his hoodie and just moved to the right side of the building. So, and I just left because it was raining very hard.
The owner of the deli is the same guy that owns the bar. There's a guy sleeping in front of the bar. So he tried to wake him up, but he said, I'm sleeping, leave me alone. Me and my cousin Chris, we walked down there. He couldn't see nothing because he was sleeping and he had a hoodie on. Just said, Harry, call the cops, they'll get him out of here.
His name is Vinny. I said, Vinny, did you saw that guy loitering around in the bar? He said, yeah. I said, look at this photo. I showed him the photo. I said, he looks exactly like this guy, but only the mustache. But he looks like him. I can recognize, he's the same guy. He said, are you sure? I said, yes. He said, then call the cops. When I heard about the attacks and I realized that the suspect was sleeping in a doorway across the street, I did what any American would do. I called the police. I'm not a hero. The police are the heroes.
Yeah, about 10:30 this morning, we received a call about a gentleman that was sleeping in the doorway of a local business, a bar that was closed.
After I made the phone calls to the police came within 3-4 minutes. The first cop came, and when he was waiting for, I think, for the next backup cop to come, then when the next cop came in, he confronted the suspect, and within 15-20 seconds, everything break loose, the guy put his hand on the gun, and right away he shot through the glass panel. There's 2 bullet holes there. I was standing across street on the door of my store, and I watched everything unfolding right in front of me, A single cop came in an unmarked car, and he was just looking at him like this, and he didn't talk to him. Maybe he was waiting for his backup, and then another 1 minute, the other cop came in, and he just parked vertically towards the vestibule, the entrance of the bar, and the moment he talked to him, wake him up, at that very time he went towards it. I was watching everything just across from the place. My store is just across street, I'm watching from the door, and he just pulled up the gun.
At that point, the officer told the suspect to show him your hands, and the person went to the side and pulled out a handgun, fired a round at the officer, striking him in the abdomen.
So the cops came, and it sounded like firecrackers. And then one cop come running down this way, and you heard pop, 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 a lot of shots.
So he just pulled the gun and shot. He pow, pow. He shot twice, and I think the cop got shot too that point of time. And he got up and started running towards Roselle Street.
Standing in the doorway when we came back out, I heard pop, 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 pop. I heard another pop, more pops, and then it kept going, and that's when I saw the police vehicles.
I was shaken. I was totally I don't know, what's going on, but I realized right away that, okay, this is the guy, that's why it's going on like this. And when the guy started running towards the Roselle Street, I even came out of the store and started yelling at the cop. I said, he's the guy you guys are looking for,
two officers, Angel Padilla and Peter Hammer.
There's a guy shooting a gun. Shots fired. Shots fired.
William Shardinsky says he was in his car in Linden, New Jersey when he purportedly heard the standoff between police and Ahmed Khan Rahami.
It just sounded like pop, 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 and then a silence, and then you just heard people, screaming.
I really wasn't worried about getting shot or anything like that.
David, was it a shock to hear the reports and then see this terrorist right in your neighborhood?
I mean, I guess a shock in our neighborhood because this kind of stuff doesn't happen around here, but not a shock on overall.
First two shots, then he ran away. After a few seconds, he fired 2-3 shots. Then these cops are firing 2-3 shots. He went almost like 30-40 shots. I heard like total pow, 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 like that,
We had multiple officers then responded to the scene, returned fire, and were able to take him down.
I was here sitting down in my house, talking to my wife. We heard pop, 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 or something like gunshots. She said, "What's that?" I went outside, and I looked, realized there's a man lying down on the ground. So I asked the police what happened. He said, "There's a suspect bomber. We shot him." Damn, man.
Briefly after that, there were sirens and paramedics trucks coming by. Maybe 15 minutes later, I saw the suspect being wheeled into the ambulance.
We got a call that there was an active shooter situation in Linden. A lot of activity, police lines were set up, and that's when I saw the suspect was on a gurney being pushed into the ambulance, and I was able to get some pictures.
I just want to say I did same thing what any American would have done, any other faith, Jewish, Christian, Muslim.
Will you give us your name, sir?
Did you know him?
That's it.
Will you give us your name?
I asked for that favor. That's it.
Okay.
We got to do something about it. I don't know what the hell it is to do about it, but we got to do something about it. But, because this crap isn't normal. This isn't the America that I grew up in.